The Dark Side of War and the Tragedy of Humanity. Excerpt from Mehmet Emin Hazret's book. In the Shadow of War, The New World Struggle from 1945 to 2045. Post-nuclear apocalypse. Will life continue? Can civilization survive? What happens in a nuclear war? Scientific reality. First 48 hours. Even if only 10% of US and Russian arsenals are used, hundreds of cities would be wiped out. 300 million people could die in the first day. Power grids, the internet, and healthcare systems would completely collapse. Following weeks. Radiation spreads across continents via air currents. Rain, soil, and water systems become toxic. Outbreaks of leukemia, internal bleeding, and burns skyrocket. No hospitals. No medicine. No doctors. Nuclear winter. A cold, sunless, starving planet. This isn't just a theory. It's a highly probable climate outcome. Billions of tons of soot rise into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight. Global temperatures drop by 7 to 15 degrees Celsius. Agriculture becomes impossible. Famine and cold would wipe out most survivors within a year. Source: Nuclear Winter. Global Consequences of Multiple Nuclear Explosions. Carl Sagan, 1983. How long could life last? Humans. After 2 weeks of radiation exposure, genetic mutations begin. 90% of newborns would suffer serious illness. Society, language, science, and production collapse. Survivors might form underground colonies, but would that life still be human? Other life forms. Bacteria, cockroaches, and fungi might survive. Large mammals? Unlikely. Freshwater life and birds? Suffocated by fallout. Entire ecosystems break down. How long would it take for Earth to heal itself? Time frame recovery. 1 year toxic gases settle in the atmosphere. 10 to 50 years partial reduction in soil radiation. 100 years genetic mutations stabilize. 1,000 years nature begins slow ecosystem recovery. Earth will remain a planet. But humanity likely won't. Why are we still taking this risk? Superpowers still treat nuclear arms as an insurance policy. The logic of deterrence lives on. If you hit me, I'll destroy you. AI may soon control launch systems. Faster decisions, higher risk of error. Carl Sagan once said, "There will be no winners in a nuclear war, only survivors. And they will forget what they once had. Not the end of the world, but the end of humanity. A nuclear war won't destroy Earth. But it will end human history, erase memory, culture, and civilization. Nature will be reborn, but humanity may not. The final war, a future without victors. History is full of wars. Winners, losers, new borders drawn. But eventually, every war ends in peace. Except one. A nuclear war will end with no victors, no borders, no glory. Only ash remains. Knowledge vanishes. Languages die. Faith goes silent. All that's left of us. Burning libraries, a mute sky, and perhaps a lonely satellite still orbiting above. We won't destroy the planet. We'll destroy ourselves. Let's be clear. Earth will keep spinning without us. Forests will regrow. Oceans will cleanse themselves. Birds will sing again. But we'll become a cautionary tale, an example of what not to do. Why do we still accept this risk? Because we're arrogant. Because we value technology over ethics. Because we think deterrence equals peace. Because we choose pride over survival. That's why. Before anyone presses the nuclear button, let this page be remembered. Final line. There are no winners in a nuclear war. Only one mistake, humanity's last.